Hey, how's it going? I just realized that I didn't do my video yesterday. I thought that I did, but my memory screwed me because I looked at YouTube and then I looked at my video on my phone, and the last video on my phone was the same video as the last video on YouTube, which was 2 days ago. So I must have been working. I was working until like I passed out yesterday. On my numbers, I think I'm kind of figuring it out. So. So yeah, I was working until like I passed out, and then got up this morning, went on a walk with my mom, a little walk I guess, and then she drove me to the store, and I got an energy drink, and I was working a little bit here. So on my site, I can't remember like exactly where I was, like when last time I did my video. So um, what I'm trying to do is make icons that mean a number that you could guess what it is just looking at it, because it's a it's a configuration signature that you can recognize, because the numbers that, whereas maybe you can't like see the detail of them because it's so small, you can see the shape of the numbers, and so because of the shape and just the general, I guess, design, it's like a flag, right? It's like an icon. You know which dimension one you're looking at, and then after that, based on the shape of its particular one, you can then distinguish what number it is. I want to play a game and see if it's possible, but to the detail that I'm shooting for, which is 1 through 100 per one, 100 through 1,000 per. Right now I think it's 10, but I might do 5, because if you do 5, 5 is, half of 10, so you can, if it's below 10, it's half as long, so it kind of looks like a little arrow pointing down, and if you get rid of the background, it kind of stands out. It might, if you can see it, I'll do it, so I'll see. But yeah, I'm probably not. I'm not gonna. If I go for the fives, I'm not gonna be done by Sunday. It'll be next Sunday, because then I would have to build each one of those individually. Woo! And for the big ones, it takes forever. It's just spinning around for 30 seconds. That's what I was doing yesterday. Because I was building the big ones, and I was building them in like maximum res, just because I want to have them, just in case. Like maybe Flickr will change the rules, and I don't know, or maybe like the computers will get stronger, and I can build even bigger ones, and then put that on Flickr, because Flickrs will be bigger. So, but what I do is I build them, and then I reduce them down to 200 megabytes and put that on Flickr, which is big enough to see them individually, up to 1 million, I think. Like you can see it right now. I don't have the link though. I need to put the link from my homepage. Yeah, there's so much that I built that I don't have linked. There's so much that I built and then lost. It's not linked. God damn it. Anyway, yeah, like I built the Delphi to detail all the canals of China that I fucking lost. Whatever. Um, so 100 to 1,000 in tens, I think. 1,000 to 100,000 and 500 thousands. 100,000 to million, and thousands, million to 100 million, and millions. That's what I figured out this morning, right when my mom called in. See, the thing is, you get up to a certain number that you can recognize, and then when you have to make the jump, you make the littler number as a dot inside of the icon that represents a number, but it can't be its like color. It has to be a bright color. So I have 10 people represented in red, instead of pink, which would be at number one. 100 people is represented bright blue, and then I have 1,000 people represented in bright in number four, bright yellow. So so I make the jump from on 1,000. So I'll go 100, 200, 300, 400, up to 1,000. And I do that in rows of 5 that mimics my website, and I like that. And I actually have it in 2 ways, I think. Yeah. So then when you're at 1,000, you have 100 of these rectangles representing 10. And you can see all 100. You can see 100 different things in a 20 pixel. Originally 32 pixel, shrunken down to 20. Don't make the original 20 because it's better if you make it 32 and then shrink it. Maybe it'd be better in a TIFF, but I haven't tried that. But yeah, in a PNG. And so that's pretty cool. So then you make one that's 1,000 where it's 100 bright yellow. I mean bright blue inside of 1,000, which is bright yellow, with a red inside of the 100. The red 10, bright red. And so then you just remember that, you know, those are both 1,000. And it's because of the shape is the same, because that's really cool. I think, yeah, when I built my, oh, no, it's not. It goes down like this. But I do have one that goes out that way. But it's kind of, yeah, it's kind of like the shape. The rectangle is the same, only it's a vertical rectangle when I piece it together, and then it's horizontal when it's the big. So you just remember that that's 1,000, right? That's 1,000, that's 1,000. So now when you have your new 1,000, with that little yellow dot on top of the bright blue, bright yellow, the little blue dot in the bright yellow. Well, there you go. You can build that up to 100,000, right? Just like you built 100 and 100 chunks of 10 into 1,000. Now you built 100 thousands into 1,000. You can see them all. There's your icon, and then you make your switch 100,000 from dots to 100,000. Your second switch, right? Because you did it from 1,000 to 1,000, 100,000 to 100,000 with your slivers, to the bright one in the middle, which is now yellow. And you can even see the blue dot inside of the yellow with a lot of it. And then you throw those together. You can throw those into 100, which takes you up to 1,000,000. Right? And then the million can take you up to 100 million, because it's got its little dot, and they all look different, right? So you can tell which one it is. And then the final billion, which I haven't built yet. So 10 million up to 1,000,000,000. And then you take it to 1,000,000,000. So you can guess it. And so the resolution of, 1 to 100 million is 1,000,000, but it might be 1.5 million. So that'd be cool if I can do that. I might, break them up into 5s all the way up to the million. So now I have to figure out what resolution. I think I'm going to build them to the maximum resolution. That means taking all day, but whatever. I'm happy that I built something that looks good. I built the test in low res. And so that's what I'm up to. I'm looking forward to what it's going to look like. Happy that it's all working well. When I'm all done, the other day I came up with, I don't know if I mentioned this in my video, but yeah, I want to represent all the numbers where you can see all the people on my website and not rely on Flickr, because you can, program it in just by size on the website just fine. And so I want to do it with 5 columns. I have the 5 column design where you represent all the numbers down to 1,000,000, where you can see all the people. Because if you get, you can get I think you can get 1,000,000 people, or maybe it's 10,000. I think it's 10,000. Yeah, you can get 10,000 people in a sliver where you can see each person on the computer screen. And it only takes a little bit more than the length of the screen, I think. And that's in your slivers. That's in your columns. And then you can get 1,000,000 covering only a little bit more than 2 computer screens full, I think. Or is it 1? Maybe it's just 1 computer screen. Or maybe it's 2 million in 1 computer. Anyway, I figured out that and then you could scroll down and you could do 20 million, because you just number it anyway. Yeah, where you can see all of them. So yeah, I'm gonna try that, because when you put 1,000,000 on the computer screen to cover up the whole width of the screen, which is 1600 pixels. Um, you can see you can see each person, number one, which is cool, but it's the same resolution as my icons, my first of the icons, my more detailed of the two, that you can see the people. So yeah, I'm piecing it together. It's gonna look really cool when I'm done, because you can click it and link it to see them all. Yeah, and then when you click on it, on all of them, icons too, and I might do the links today because I uploaded them all to Flickr. That's what I did last night, which took forever to upload those. But yeah, you can link them to Flickr, and then you click on them, and it gets it up even more. So, like the zoom. So, anyways, so that's all, what I'm up to. Hopefully, I'll be happy with my progress tomorrow. I worked really hard yesterday, but now I've got my work cut out for me getting to the next level of these hundreds if I want to try it with the high res. Anyways, talk to you tomorrow. And yeah, hopefully by the end of the month, May, all these numbers will be done, and the timeline will have these numbers on them, and all the timeline will be working and stuff. That'll be cool. Like a new level of it all. Okay, talk to you tomorrow.